Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear brothers and sisters from participant of Green Crescent Society from all over the country, maximum the Muslim countries. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. I am Dr. Muhammad Abdul Wahab, President of Green Crescent of Bangladesh and Professor of Psychiatry in a medical college. All of you know that we are fighting against the addiction, and addiction is a behavior problem. And we are Muslim. His Highness President Erdogan gathered all of us for a tremendous work fighting against the addiction throughout the globe, and we are the part of it. And my only one sentence is that addiction is not the disease of treatment, it is the problem of prevention. And I must give emphasis, it should be prevented through the guideline of Quran and Sunnah. In Holy Quran, in Surah Bani Israel, it is written, Innal mubazirina kanu ikhwatu shaitan. Orthat, those who do the wastage, they are the brother of the Iblis. And in Surah Ma'idah, verse 60, it is written, Innamal khamru wal maisaru wal ansabu wal azlamu rizzum min amal shaitan. Fastanibu la'allam tuflihun. So brothers and sisters, my address to you is that we are all together, those who believe in La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, ashhadu an la ilaha wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. We should be united in that spirit, for which we will fight, and we will fight together, and we are stronger. Now the main paper will be presented by my student, Dr. Mujakkir, as because he is new here and he is having a good exposure. I am an old man, so next word will be led by the young people. Thank you very much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, Dear Excellency. Good afternoon and merhaba. I am Dr. Kamaruddin Muzakkir from Bangladesh, Organizing Secretary of Green Crescent Society. Thank you, my professor, to giving me the floor. Now, I'm going to show you Bangladesh as in the map. Here's you see our flag, Bangladesh flag, and the national monument. And here you see the small country in Southeast Asia, surrounding in three parts by India and another part by Myanmar. Yeah. At a glance, in Bangladesh, it's got independence in 1971, and the capital is Dhaka. Our official language is Bengali. Our area is 144,000 kilometers square. Our population is 161 million. Population density is 1.37. Population growth rate is 1.2%. Our unemployment rate in data 2010 is 4.5%. Ours is a Muslim majority country. There are 89.5% are Muslims, 9.6% are Hindus, and rest are the other 0.9%. Here I'm going to show you some beautiful pictures of my country. You know the Sundarban, the world's largest mangrove forest, situated in our country in the coastal area. Here you see the Royal Bengal tiger, our national animal. You know the world's longest sea beach. The longest sea beach is situated in our country. The famous Cox's Bazar, a 120-kilometer uninterrupted sandy sea beach in our country, the longest sea beach in the world. Ours has several historical places in our country. Along with, you see a beautiful village. Ours also have so many rivers in our country. Here's overviews of my presentation. I'll let you know about the current health status of Bangladesh, drug addiction scenario, effect of addiction, role of government and NGOs, and our activity of Green Crescent Society in Bangladesh, and some of our upcoming projects or future plan. Here's the health status in summary in our country. Here our infant mortality rate is 520 per 10,000. Maternal mortality rate is 570 per 10,000. Mortality rate due to tobacco and substance abuses is 5%. There are 3 hospital beds per 10,000 population in our country, and 5 health workers per 10,000 population in our country. Here's a summary overview of drug addiction scenario in our country. Mainly our common substances are cannabis or ganja, locally known as amphetamine, locally known as yaba, and the fentanyl, you know, it's a cough syrup, which ingredients codeine. It's usually very popular in our country. Our target consumers are mostly teenagers, young college and varsity students, and slum area peoples. The sex ratio of consuming drug of male to female is 2:1. The education status among the addicted people, uneducated peoples are more vulnerable than educated people. The vulnerable areas are our capital city, Dhaka, and also the port city, Chattogram. The age group of addicted peoples are young, and middle-aged peoples are involving more. Here's the map I'm showing you about the prone area in our country. At first, you see the red tablets, amphetamine, which locally known as yaba. Actually, it import from Myanmar, from the border of Myanmar, and it's very popular in our capital city in Dhaka and the coastal area and the hilly area. Then you can see the fentanyl. Fentanyl actually produces in the border area of India. The border security force of India actually actively supported the drug dealers to import this fentanyl in our country, and the border area is very prone for this fentanyl, and our young people is very much addicted with this syrup. And here's another common is cannabis or ganja. It's actually cultivated in our north area called North Bengal area, and also it's taken all over the country. And there's another some less common important substances. The common reasons behind drug addiction in our countries are easy availability. Actually, our government, state departments monitoring is so poor that in anywhere of our country, especially in the city areas, they are available in various type of peoples and shop. So common drugs and other substances. Besides, teenagers' curiosities are another reasons. They got crazy about by seeing some movies, or got crazy by mixing another friends who are already addicted. There's the reasons of broken family childs. Peer pressure is another fact in our country. Then after any kind of loss or failure is another reason for being drug addicted. Lack of religious practice. Although ours is a majority Muslim country, but there's practicing Muslim is too less in our country. That's why our young people not practicing so nicely Islam. That's why they have no knowledge about the religious fact of drug addiction. And after disaster, here's we got data about the drug addiction, and lack of recreation in our country is important reason for increasing drug addiction. Here give some points, some important points of effect of addiction in our country. Increases offense and crime incredibly due to drug addiction problem in our country. Decrease the potentiality of youth population. rising unemployment problem, then increasing various health problems in our country, such as respiratory tract infection, lung cancers, oral cancers, and various type of mental health issue will be increasing due to drug addiction in our country, and creating an inefficient and hopeless generation because of drug addiction. There's gradually increasing suicide and homicide tendency amongst young and adult people due to drug addiction problem. Here's significant increasing of separation and divorce in our country because of drug addiction. Ultimately, it's become a big barrier for developing our country because of drug addiction. Our government is working with UNODC, currently working a 5-year plan heading Master Plan on Drug Abuse Control in Bangladesh under the joint collaboration of UNODC. The aim of such 5-year plans are enforcement of law and help related to law, education and information related to cure and treatment and rehabilitation. There are some national and international NGOs working in this issue in Bangladesh. Some are working individually and some are working with collaboration of government. Here's a list of our NGOs. Hopefully, inshallah, not so far, our Green Crescent Society Bangladesh will be their part a greater role in our country, inshallah. Now I'm going to show you some of our activities last year of Green Crescent Society in Bangladesh. You came to know yesterday with the conversation of our DGM of IFGC that in our country there's some political unrest, government rules and other limitations. We can't, we didn't got the registration at the name of Green Crescent Society. The government hanged our application. That's why we worked as the name of AAA. AAA stands for Action Against Addiction. It has a 19 members committee. Last year we worked. Here's the committee list. Our president, Professor Abdul Wahab, is present here, and I am as the organizing secretary. Here's a group photo of our committee members. 2016, our first year after establishing Green Crescent in Bangladesh. This year, our main agendas were organizing some enthusiastic persons for this job and establishing a potential committee, take some initial preventive, curative, and rehabilitative program. In previous slide, we show our committee. We also have a large team of energetic and potential volunteers. Last year works in our country, we did a scientific seminar in a medical college auditorium. Here's participate various medical students and varsity students there. Besides, we organized a cultural program to aware against addiction in that program. We also organized a TV talk show, participate in a TV talk show. You see our president. We discuss with some young people. They share their experience, their problems with some of psychiatrists in live TV discussion program. And the psychiatrist consult with them and try to solve their problem. Here's a see you photo of mosque campaign, awareness campaign in Masjid during Juma. Our secretary professor giving his khutbah in the mosque to aware the people in regarding of Islam and Quran according to. We gone through a monthly magazine named Mono Barta. Actually, it focused on mental health and against drug addiction. Every month, one magazine gone through our country, across the country, in various varsity and students, teachers, students, young people read this magazine. Here's some readers. You see the magazine of Monobarta. We also organize the Writers Summit that writers can appreciate it and interested to write to write against addiction and about the mental health issue in our country. Here's a special program we took last Eid al-Fitr in our country. We thought that the slum area are the most prone for drug addiction and drug dealers. But we are middle class or upper class families or communities has a great distance with the slum area community. Because of this distance, we can't aware them about the negative effect of drug addiction or drug abuse. That's why we want to fill up the distance, close the distance with them, to interact with them. We took an initiative to give them in the Eid al-Fitr. We give them some dresses, new dresses, and some eat foods with them. That's why we got a good interaction and good relation with this community of the slum area. And hopefully, inshallah, with communicating with them, we can eradicate the addiction problem in this area, inshallah. Here's some of pictures of this campaign, Eid al-Fitr, during Eid al-Fitr. Actually, we got a lot of problem because of funding problem and this political issue. That's why ours had more plan, but we didn't organize or fill up the plan. We also have had some curative program. We have a hospital named High Tech Modern Psychiatric Hospital. It's well equipped and structured 30-bed psychiatric hospital. Its features are outdoor treatment service by 5 reputed professors of psychiatry. It's got a psychiatry, psychotherapy, and counseling by clinical psychologists. Psychiatric social works, occupational therapy has been given here. In last year, 354 addicted persons got treated in last 6 months. Here's the hospital building of this hospital. Here's a motivational program amongst the chain smokers and some addicted people, young people. We take some future plan. Some of our upcoming program is rehabilitation center. We already purchased a site in our capital city, Dhaka. And we take some initiative to more awareness campaign in university and college campuses and slum areas, in the religious places, etc., like a mosque, a church, and mandir, etc. We also have planned some divisional program to recruitment more volunteers for our projects. We also will take some scientific seminar, cultural program, discussion and counseling program, inshallah. Already we did some short film and drama already on air. Next year or next 6 months, we have also planned so many drama or short film to aware the people against addiction. And also with the online campaign and events with YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Here's our proposed site for the rehabilitation center. Actually, we have lots of plan, but this challenge is more for us. So, inshallah, hopefully, we tried hard and struggle and fight for take some operation and action against addiction in our country, and hopefully, we all work together for a better tomorrow, inshallah. Here's a message from our president. Substance abuse is a complex interaction of social, cultural, biologic, and psychological factors that determine drug abuse. Each of these topics is important in understanding the disorders and in treating the patient. However, prevention of substance abuse is desirable as the treatment outcome of substance abuse is not priceworthy. Thank you all for listening our presentation.